What's up, it's Nez, and hello everyone, and welcome back to Monster Prom second term. Last time we finally got to date our eldritch waifu for real, but now, let's try getting it on with one of the new characters. Let's go. 1 player. Second term. Short game. Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Who are you? We played as yellow last time, so let's play as green this time. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, 21. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19. A sweet mermaid princess who, as cute as she was, genocidal. Holly Geist, 22 ? A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LeVay, 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love for fire. Also a fan favorite of all of y'all. Liam DeLinecourt, 4XX. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was a truly lovable dork. Zoe. An eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Galky Lester Hewlett-Packard 1.0. A library computer had become a sentient robot ready to experience life in the fullest. And Vera Oberlin, 23. A mean self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear. It had to be one of them, but who? Actually, it doesn't have to be one of them. We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Teen Wolf fucking magazine. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Where no more, we're using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom, stupidest pop quiz ever, TM will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. If you gotta choose, how would you die? As a practical demonstration while giving a TED Talk on how to die correctly, or how I die is irrelevant as long as I'm allowed to haunt my enemies for the rest of eternity. Silly, death is a concept we invented to keep the commoners in check. Let's go with a TED Talk. So smart. Which inanimate object do you think would make the best girlfriend or boyfriend provided you went criminally insane? A human-sized pillow depicting a character created by myself. As a matter of fact, I have all the needed paperwork and I'm only waiting for the conservative, narrow-minded laws of our country to finally step forward into waifu and husbando territory, as was clearly intended by God. A dildo, duh. Or an ATM. Sugar baby life, here we come. Bribery solves all of life's problems. School just isn't working out. Time to go stripping. What's your stage name? The Max Pleasure Model 3000. Kawaii Pussy Woo. Excuse you, I wouldn't be the stripper, honey. I'm the damn pimp. Duchess Henrietta Honey Lips III. Oscar Wilde. Or Buckfest Triple Explosions. Kawaii Pussy Woo. If you were a product, what would be your slogan? Extra flammable. Buy me, I'm good. Be ready for a long trip together. You won't understand me, and that's how I know I'm cool. I command you to enjoy me, or too expensive for you. Extra flammable. And now, we start another round of Monster Prom.
Sure.
Week 1, morning. Where should we hang out? Since we're going after one of the new characters this time, we'll need some money. Let's go to the library and then scam some people. That day you spend some time in the library species, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but really who's the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? But how could you not help out this Lovecraftian prince? He needs our assistance. You lose 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who fucking cares? But you gain 2 money. Exactly what we needed. You're living your spookiest life when you hear the giggling of an eldritch cutie pie met by the snorting of an angry prince of hell. I'm not saying that that's definitely how you lost your horn. I'm just saying that's one of the headcanons for it. Headcanon? Yeah, how I imagine you lost it in my mind when I think of all the cool adventures everyone at Spooky High must have gone on before I joined you all as a regular girl. Regular girls don't come up and ask me if I nobly sacrificed my horn for the coven because I'm secretly horny for hope. Okay, but I also have a Spooky High Seas AU where the whole school is a pirate ship and you lost your horn to a case of bad scurvy. What? Fuck scurvy! If I was a pirate, I'd get only the coolest and most dangerous diseases. I also wrote a Human High AU where you're not missing your horn at all. You're missing your wang. How is a horn an analog for a wang? Also, don't answer that. Oh, Damien. There are a lot of obvious euphemisms in this game and your horn being a dick is only one of them. Stop making cannons about my head. The only cannons I like are the ones with two ends. I'll happily stop making head cannons if you tell me the real story. I don't like any of these options. You could just tell Zoe that Damien lopped off one of his horns to piss off his dads. You feel like you've heard that somewhere. But friends don't tell friends or other friends horny secrets. This looks like a job for lying. The glorious power of lying. And maybe, just maybe, you could use your answer to impress one or the other of your very attractive classmates. As we all know, demon horns are a powerful aphrodisiac. It's not hard to imagine how Damien lost his wink. Or, who gives a fuck how Damien lost his horn? You should see what the other guy lost. It was most things. It's an aphrodisiac, Zoe. So charming. Long Eldritch Squee. This is going to be the best ultra-realistic Spooky High fanfic ever. Everyone else in the fandom will be so jealous that I actually got the dirt. And that dirt is so, well, dirty. Yeah, Nez is right, Zoe. But don't cry over spilt horn. I've got a whole nother one right here. And also your shape-shifting penis. Even more Eldritch Squeeing. OMG! Nez, I can't believe you know all of Damien's secrets. Nobody knows all my secrets. I just sometimes let people share the sexy ones. You know so much about Spooky High, and sex, and romance, and aphrodisiacs. Would you help me explore all of it further? As a consultant on my fanfiction? It would be your honor. If there's one way to that tentacle weirdo's heart, it's definitely through Spooky High fanfiction. You gain 2 creativity and 1 fun. Week 1, noon. Let's stop by the shop and get our item. Let's face it, you're probably going to end up losing your money in some stupid way anyway, so why not spend it here first, nya? It's called just being smart, nya? Time to get our item. This thing, a police report. This police report reveals one of our classmates has been doing crimes, nya. You would never guess who. Pay me to learn more about it, nya. Yeah, it's not like any of our friends do crimes on the regular like Vera, Damien, Polly. No, our friends would never commit crimes. Have a good one, nya. Now we have the event item. Week 1, evening. Where do we hang out? Let's go to the auditorium. That day while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. You catch the tail end of a classic Zoe and Calculester exchange. Ah, we've already had this. But Student X Teacher fanfic is super overdone and makes me really uncomfortable because, like, the inherent imbalance of power. Like, could you imagine how problematic it would be if PGS hooked up with one of us? Yuck. I cannot seem to recall what Principal Giant Spider looks like anyway. Image PGS not found. Ah, the joys of new students adjusting to the rules of Spooky High. You there, killing machine and abyssal terror! Rude? I need an impressive ally in my fight against the reign of the LeVays over the 8th circle of hell. Input, quippy response about your sense of fashion being from the 8th circle of hell. I have no need for your robo-criticisms. What I need is the power of being beyond the average monster to aid in my glorious and righteously justified takeover. No thanks, I'd rather just write a steamy fanfiction in which you and Damien are in a crack ship who hate sex, just to annoy you for annoying us. We need to act now! While King and King LeVay are distracted by throwing an admittedly adorable theme brunch, I'm not leaving without one of you with me! Holy shit, she really means it. Time to help one of your classmates out. Guess you better decide which one you don't like. School is full of tough choices. Dahlia, don't be fooled. This eldritch being is clearly under Damien's spell already. Look at all these pictures she drew of Damien shirtless. She's a LaVey sympathizer, or... No, calling this robot a killing machine is inaccurate. A real killing machine would be a tank. And he's not a tank, so he's worthless. Go look for a tank. Yes, leave Calculester alone. A tank? You want me to take a tank into the inner circles of hell? What a genius idea! Those arrogant LaVeys will never see it coming. They might expect an attack from a fellow demon. Albeit one superior in looks, skill, and talent, far more deserving of ruling the 8th circle. But an attack by tank? That's something the king and king would never anticipate. That was shockingly easy. True, but I still think it would be kind of steamy if they put their differences aside for some hot demon action. Emotion found, gratitude, initiate sequence, thankfulness to Nez. Aw, Calculester. Nez, I am thankful for your help. Thank you for it. Finish sequence, gratitude with expression, heart. Ooh. Less than 3, ooh. How is a computer posing as a monster, living as a student? So cute. Ugh, what a cutie pie. Also cute, gaining 2 charm and 1 fun. Bye, Calculester. Week 2, morning.
Sure.
Where do we go to? Let's go to the gym. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirits, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. You're trying to figure out what to do with the police report you just stupidly bought, when Vera shows up to answer that exact question. Hey, Valerie said she sold you a police report I should see. She could have just given it to me directly without charging you money, but that's not the Oberlin way. Hand it over so I could read it. Oh man, you never considered actually reading the police report. This is why Vera is a criminal genius in your friendship. And also, she's the one with bombshell thighs in our friendship. It says here that after numerous failed attempts to bring me to justice for my many crimes, the Monstropolis Police Department has dispatched an undercover officer to the spooky high school? Oh, what? This could prove to be a serious inconvenience, unless I can identify the agent. It says here their name is Officer Enchanted Armor. Really? Officer Enchanted Armor? That could literally be anyone, but my money's on Liam. I've always expected he was a suit of enchanted armor painted purple and sent here to destroy me. I don't think so. I think Liam's a pretty swell dude. Or perhaps it's... Hello, fellow students! What a fine day it is for sharing casual gossip. Any hot crimes we're doing this weekend? What? What the fuck? Hi there, Officer Enchanted Armor. I mean, fellow student. Uh-huh. Okay, wow. Bye. No sooner does Vera leave than Scott appears, his nose to the ground. Hi, Scott. Oh, hey, guys. I just saw Vera leaving this place very quickly. And the last time I saw her leaving a place quickly, I found a lot of fresh, delicious meat inside. But it doesn't look like there's any delicious meat this time. Just normal, non-suspicious friends. Hello, friends. Sup, bro? I don't know who you are, but you just used 2 words I use, in the same order I use them. You must be really cool. Speaking of things that are cool, have you done the latest most cool internet challenge in the World Wide Web? That's what the kids call it nowadays, am I right? It is called snitching, and all the rad youths are doing it. They are also Fortnite dancing. Oh man, I had no idea. Thanks for telling me. I don't want to miss out on this cool internet challenge, like I missed out on the Gallon of Salt challenge. How do I do snitching? It's easy, dude. Just let me record you while you talk about your favorite Vera's crime. Ooh, I can do that. My favorite Vera's crime is... You can't let Scott sell out Vera. You've got to stop him, but you've got to do it subtly. Scott, wait. My Insta-feed just told me that snitching is last week's challenge. The new hot thing is to record yourself opening a successful pizza restaurant, or... No, Scott. Choosing a favorite crime wouldn't be fair to all the great crimes Vera's done. The other crimes would be sad. Ooh, Scott loves pizza. Let's make a pizza restaurant. Wow, that was close. If Nez wasn't so on the hot trends, we totally would have done a stupid old challenge. Yes, that would have been a tragedy. Now, instead of talking about boring old crimes, we can open a pizza restaurant together. Isn't that great? My commanding officer told me that I have to do terrible things in this job, but I never expected this. What was that, cool, fun high school friend?
FLEEK!
I never expected this to be so... FLEEK! Yes, FLEEK! Stop trying to make FLEEK happen! It won't happen! Sounds like you want to be the first investor in Scott's Very Good Boy Pizza! Ooh! I love the name of that, Scott, because you're a very good boy. Well, I'm not sure that's a very sound investment. What? I thought you were cool, bro.
Cool, yeah.
I am cool. I am extremely cool. I'm chillin', in fact. I suppose I can tap into my operational slush fund. I mean, regular high school money account. Yes. Yes. Tap into your account. Hooray! And oh, looks like I'm getting a text message from somebody named Not Vera. She says she wants to contribute $10,000 of totally clean money to my legitimate business venture for non-money laundering purposes. Scott, you precious, precious boy.
Lame-o.
Carissa is always one step behind. Behind what? The trends, yes, which I care about because I am a high school student just like you, Coolio. Oh yeah, trends are my favorite. Now let's go start a thriving business. Phew, that was close. As a way of saying thank you for covering for her and for helping her establish another shell company, Vera kicks you back 2 money, and you also gain 2 smarts. Hooray! Also, new character.
Sure.
So, who do we eat lunch with? Let's go with the prince? You're just about to take a bite of your sandwich when some douchebag rips a hole in the fabric of reality.
Greetings, my love.
It is I, the interdimensional prince. I have searched far and wide for a hero capable of solving the most fiendish riddle for me. The riddle of how to get my TV to switch from HDMI 1 to HDMI 2. I've tried everything short of actually using the remote control. You heave a deep fucking sigh in the company the prince is dimension, where you solve his problem by using the remote control. You truly are both wise and generous. As a thank you, please allow me to teach you one of our kingdom's most customary rituals. Perhaps laser communion might interest you, or reverse baptism, or quote-unquote, eggs, winky face. The choice is yours. So what do we pick? Fuck that, let's make up our own ritual, or how about the ritual where you give me a pile of money and go away? Make up our own ritual. Ah, we have a ritual for this. The ritual of making up rituals. It's why we have so many dumb and bad rituals. First, we get incredibly high on interdimensional weed. Then we pretty much do whatever we want and then make it illegal for people not to do the thing once a year. Sounds good to you. You guys get ripped and invent a holiday called Shrimp Christmas. It's Christmas, but everybody just gets stockings full of shrimp delivered by a giant shrimp. It becomes so popular that it leaks over into your dimension, where it replaces actual Christmas. You gain 4 creativity. Hooray for Shrimp Christmas! Week 2, evening.
Sure.
Let's go hang out outside. Let's have some fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It was a rad party. You gain 2 fun. You spot Polly trying to figure out whether Liam or Zoe is the purplist. This seems like a better use of your time than learning, so you join in. But Zoe is the purplist. Okay, well obviously Zoe's the most vivid shade of purple. But this isn't about shade, Polly. This is about the concept of purpleness itself. Oh, I ate the concept of purpleness back when I ruled the Netherrealms. That's why I'm so purple. But my suspenders are purple. But what is purple, really? Discuss. Just then, that walking suit of enchanted armor that claims to be a high school student comes clanking into the conversation. What is up, fellow kids? Asking each other questions, I see. That's LOL. I have a question we can all have a fun time trying to answer. Which one of Vera's crimes is the crimiest? Hold on. Did you just describe something as LOL? Are you having a stroke? GULP. HAHA, what? No way! Eat my pants! I am just an ordinary, healthy 16-year-old high school student like yourselves. Twerking! Eat your pants? 16? Student? Who at the school is 16? I thought high school students were supposed to be in their 20s at least. Why yes, everyone in this high school is over 18 because laws. That's what I learned from watching the human documentary Saved by the Bell. Yeah, the renowned documentary Saved by the Bell is a guideline Monster Society used to build its successful educational system. Egads, it looks like my cover is blown. I must confess, I'm actually a 43-year-old Pol. There's no shame in being in your 40s in Polish. I'm in my 400s and with great appreciation of mid-European culture. Yeah, Liam's so much older than you, don't feel so bad. I'm older than the mortal conception of time. I'm dead. You see, being a millennial dirtbag isn't about age, it's a state of mind. But how can I achieve this mind state? Don't worry, we'll all help you, especially Nez. He is probably the most millennial of all of us. Yeah, pretty much. Sure, that's the thing. So what's the one thing that really defines a millennial? To be a millennial, you've got to be blamed for ruining an industry that was becoming obsolete anyway, or to be a true millennial, you need a job so hard to explain that not even you are sure why you're getting paid. Like YouTubing. In that case, it seems like I have no chance of ever becoming a millennial. My job is much too simple. Really? What's your job? I'm not sure it would be wise to say. That's okay, we can come up with a new job for you that's way more obscure. Obscure is my middle name. I change my middle name every day to stay ahead of the trends. Oh, what about a public relations consultant for doggos? Or vice president in charge of grocery store font sizes for potato chips specifically. Or quote-unquote internet personality. What about undercover police officer hired to infiltrate a high school in order to bring a business gorgon to justice despite looking nothing like a high school student? Now you're getting it. All that's left is to actually get one of those jobs. That's easier said than done, my purple waifu. To Craigslist. You take to the internet, and within an hour, you've gotten your new friend a job as a thought cycle synergizer. You gain 2 smarts and 1 boldness. I have no idea what the fuck that is. Week 3, morning.
Sure.
Where do we hang out? Let's go to class? That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and all the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. You spot Damien, Calculester, and Scott all talking to that shady suit of armor that's been lurking around school. You get a little bit closer to make sure they're not snitching on Vera's web of crimes. And that's how Calculester convinced everyone that he was an actual student instead of a library computer. Affirmative. My success was in part due to the clever disguise I used to pass as a student. That disguise was so good, maybe even too good. Ever since then, we've all been super careful to never be fooled by disguise again. Right, Scott. Yeah, I pity the poor bastard who tries to pass as a student now. There's no way they could trick us. Anyway, enough of that unrelated anecdote. Will you buy us booze? But, bros, buying alcohol for persons under 21 years of age is illegal. And as a Polish person, I am opposed to illegal activity. I'm over 21 years of age. Damien is too. I am only 1 year old, but I am very mature for my age. We must protect our precious baby boy. The problem is I've been banned from the liquor store ever since I've used it for jousting practice. And I just have a really hard time buying things. It's like, do you spend the money or do you eat it? Who's to say? Loser. Come on, dude, alcohol's not so bad. Stop being so PC. That is me. I am a PC. PC? Police cop? No, not me, that's for sure. It's, just that. Winners don't do drugs, and alcohol is technically a drug. Wow, lame. Find a way to convince this guy to buy everybody booze. Why, fellow student, the alcohol isn't for drinking, it's to treat a wound. This wound, then stab Damien, or we're just trying to support the local liquor store owner through hard times. You believe in small business, don't you? Huh, fellow student? Of course I do. Supporting small businesses is a dope thing to do. Well, Tom Thumb's Guns and Liquor is the smallest business of all. And poor Tom, he's really struggling lately. His profits have declined 42.9% during the current fiscal year. And he's not making as much money as he used to. Yeah, Calculester just said that. Lame-o. That is the opposite of rad. Lame-o. Wait, I can't tell if you're angry or sad. Which is it? Sad, obviously. My real actual heart bleeds for this man and his tiny business. Oh, I think the problem is that you don't have a face for us to read emotions off of. Here, let me fix it. Ah, yes! I feel very emotional now! It must be all my hormones! No. In my experience, simulating emotions requires a touch more realism. Allow me to demonstrate. Is it working? Do I look devastated? Am I the only one in this fucking high school with any native artistic talent? Let me handle this. Ah, I can see again! This fills me with joy! No! You're sad, get it? Sad! Right, yes! I am sad for the small business owner. I will now save the day by purchasing his alcohol. Oh, that's what we were doing! Enough dress up, it's time to get turned up. You probably could have just bought the booze yourself, but then you wouldn't have gained 2 fun and 1 charm, and also a new emotional friend. Week 3, noon.
Sure.
Who do we hang out with? Let's hang out with Slayer? You find the Slayer sitting alone at the table. Is she even a student or what? Wait, you're choosing to sit with me? For some reason, no one ever intentionally sits next to me. I usually have to ambush them and threaten to kill them. I wonder why. It's a mystery. Anyway, I'm really happy you... I'm flattered that... I actually... wouldn't give a shit about you under normal circumstances, but today I'm on a quest. Yeah, that's right. I'm not emotionally vulnerable. I'm just on a quest to slay the werewolf of Wall Street, and I need a monster sidekick. I just need to know what your class is. Are you a fighter, a mage, a cleric? Out with it. Oh, you're something much better. You're a party smith or a gun haver. We're a party smith. A party smith? How's being able to craft a wicked party from nothing going to help me slay the werewolf of Wall Street? Oh well, I already committed to bringing you along. I suppose you can be my scrappy comic relief. Clearly the Slayer's uninitiated in the mysteries of the party smith. You set out to prove her wrong. By organizing a party so baller that only a fool would miss it, you managed to lure the werewolf of Wall Street out in the open. But what he doesn't know is that the guest list for your party included basically just a fuck ton of knives and wolf's bane. The wolf dies how he lived, high as balls on cocaine. Alright, well that was probably a fluke, but I'll hit you up if we do a sequel or a spin-off. And, let me know if you want to sit with me at lunch again. Oh, the foreshadowing. You probably won't, but who knows? The world is a crazy place. For your top-notch party smithing, you gain 4 fun. And now, time for the final event, Week 3, evening.
Sure.
Let's hang out outside and have some fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. Everything is fine until the small magical Latino cat asks you what you're doing. Damn, you didn't remember that you suck at dancing. But you decide to go all in and pretend it's a new dance move, apparently called the Groovy Masaka. One looks at you and he asks you to teach him the Groovy Masaka. In no time, half the party is following your steps, enjoying the Groovy Masaka all together. It's a party to remember. You gain 2 fun and a cool story to tell your grandkids someday. But suddenly you get distracted by some ruckus caused by Scott, who seems to be super enthusiastic about something. Great. I'm telling you, fellow student, I'm pretty sure Cindy is into you. I don't know, Scott. She's the girlfriend of Johnny Karate, and I might be kind of old for her. Nonsense, bro. She's a lich. She's like 200 years old or something. Ooh, dating a lich. Lame-o. Oh, still, I'm not sure. Johnny Karate is already mad at us after we defeated his band in the rock band contest the other day. Scott, goddammit, what are you doing? Well, Vera, so the other day, fellow student and I were at the Battle of the Bands, and Johnny Karate sabotaged our equipment. But then fellow student rocked the best guitar solo ever, and then Cindy showed up and you'd never imagine what happened next. Stop it, Scott. Can't you see that this guy isn't what he says to be? He's using the most obvious disguise ever. A disguise? Whoa! I don't know. But it's true you're the master of disguises. Like last week when you dressed as a security guard to rob that bank. Oh no, Scott, no, you're snitching on Vera. Uh-oh. Aha! Be ready for a twist. You might have never seen this coming, but I'm not a student. Wow, well, who could have seen that coming? Gasp! I'm an undercover officer cop who has been astutely gathering proof of Vera Oberlin's crime empire. And you just gave me everything I needed to send her to jail once and for all. Fellow students, stop! Leave Vera alone! You say she has to go to jail because she's a criminal and an inadequate person.
But one time I went to a party with her in a very fancy attic, and she told me she would love to have a fancy attic herself one day. So I can assure you Vera is not an attical. She's all about attics. Also, she might be a criminal, yes, but aren't we all criminals in our hearts?
Yes, Scott, we're all criminals in our hearts.
Yes, she might have committed murder and extortion and money laundering, but she used that very clean money to buy me some burgers last night. So I think her biggest crime has been the crime of caring for her friends.
Oh, Scott, oh.
Haven't you committed that crime too? I know you did. I know deep down you care. And now you're telling me you were their classmate all this time, but an undercover cop. You know what I think? Maybe you only thought you were a cop trying to catch Vera all this time, but in reality you're an undercover friend. Think about it. No, really, think about it. My head is hurting a bit for talking so much thoughts at once.
Scott, I didn't want to betray your trust. You're a good person and I appreciate it, but it's my job. Fellow student seems to have doubts. Maybe he just needs a gentle push in the right direction to stop Vera going to prison and stop Scott from being so sad. If you stop being a fellow student, you'll have to stop using your signature kick-ass baseball cap. You look too good in that baseball cap to just give up on it now, or you can't do this, fellow student. Remember all those good moments we shared over summer camp? Oh, do you really mean it? If it keeps me from going to jail, then yes.
Are you kidding? You're the coolest kid in town, fellow student. And that baseball cap is part of your identity. Without it, who would you be?
I guess Officer Enchanted Armor.
No, that is absolutely not cool.
But I want to be cool. This makes me sad.
Does it? Hard to tell. Let me help.
Thanks. Aw, we managed to reach into his incorporeal heart. But can't I keep the baseball cap and send Vera to jail? No, that's against the rules. Also, sending Vera to jail also makes you sad. Does it? Yes, let me show you. What?
Vera's right. Look at this mirror, fellow student. You are sad.
I am.
You should listen to your feelings, fellow student, even if they're just made of crayon.
You're right. Maybe being a cop is just a defense mechanism because I'm afraid to give in. Into the adventure of youth.
Yes.
Sure. Scott and fellow student jump and high-five in the air, while a rad guitar riff sounds out of nowhere. They stay frozen in the air somehow. You gain 2 fun and 1 boldness out of the awesomeness of this moment. Vera leaves before a fellow student changes his mind. Everyone wins. Hey, we managed to reach Officer Enchanted Armor's incorporeal heart. Time to go to prom with him.
Okay. Sure.
You ask no one to prom because who needs a date for prom when you can go stag with the most tubular friend ever? Hey, Nez, you want to go to prom together as Coolio friends? That's so, FLEEK! Stop trying to make FLEEK happen! I was so focused on being an undercover cop that I forgot that life isn't about justice, it's about being tubular! Bros before laws! We should have crazy adventures and high-five forever. Let's bust a move! And you live a totally tubular life. You all made an oath that you would lose your virginity during that summer. And it was super easy, since all you seem to do in this game is flirt and fuck monsters, so most of you weren't even virgins to begin with. This would be an issue for a fellow student who had totally forgotten that he had a wife and 3 children back at home, but that would be a problem to care about in the fall, because that summer was... FLEEK! Stop trying to make FLEEK happen! You won the Battle of the Bands. You worked together in the burger joint, even if it meant fellow student had to leave the force. And by the end of the summer, fellow student and Cindy kissed. Johnny Karate was so mad, LOL. Nez is the best at being alone. Hey, that's not right, we have a tubular friend. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy, because all countries should have the right to be graciously ruled by the Mer Kingdom. Damien found peace in the most unexpected way. He kept punching everything till one day he punched his own anger to death. He's written a book about it. Liam kept doing art so hard that he eventually evaporated and became the concept of coolness itself. As he left the physical plane, the last thing Liam did was give everyone a condescending look. For those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then was gone just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in this war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
Try to loosen up your mind, get ready for everything's blast. But feelings to vanish, the fun is to flourish.
And that was yet another secret ending to Monster Prom's second term. We made a new tubular friend. If you guys enjoyed this run of Monster Prom, like and subscribe so we could grow our channel together. There are more secret endings left to unlock, but until then, my name is Nez, and thanks for watching. See you all next time. Bye, everyone!